Hello and welcome to the Financial Services Innovation Coalition podcast. My name is Brady Buckner and I'm the president of FSIC, as we call it. FSIC is an economic empowerment platform that helps communities all over the country through advocacy, programming, and research. Today, we have a very special guest with us. His name is Dr. Kortney Ziegler. Dr. Kortney Ziegler is the 2021 CCSRE Race and Technology Practitioner Fellow at Stanford University. He is an expert on financial technologies like cryptocurrency and blockchain, and he builds tools for social good. Welcome, Dr. Kortney. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you so much, Brady. I'm always excited to have an opportunity to talk about my work. So thank you for having me. Just a little bit of background. I spent the last 10 years working in the technology space, creating various products focused on helping marginalized folks, underserved folks, and also figuring out ways that we can leverage simple financial technologies for good. So that's been really, really exciting. Prior to that, I was in the academic space for quite some time, completing my PhD at Northwestern in African American Studies, and really excited to now be in the space that I am because I get to leverage, this scholastic knowledge with technical knowledge.
That's amazing.
And really build like awesome solutions and bring a different kind of thought process to the technology industry as a whole. So,
well, I think our audience will agree when they hear when they hear what you've done in the past and what you're doing now. So about that, you started WellMoney in April of 2020. So it's new, but it's got some seasoning now. Tell us a little bit about WellMoney and how it works.
Yeah, so I was inspired. Let me talk about why I was inspired to create it. We all experienced COVID, right? 2020, the whole world completely shifted. The way that even we give people money shifted, or take care of others shifted. There was no longer the ability for folks who needed financial support to stand in food lines or go into welfare offices or any other buildings, right? So people were like scrambling, like, how do we get individuals money? And it really shifted the ways that people were thinking about philanthropy, because people were now giving people money directly to their Venmo, to their Cash App. So we saw a surge in person-to-person giving using digital tools in 2020.
Right.
I noticed that, and I'm a problem solver and like big picture thinker, and I was like, man, this is awesome. We're like really having a resurgence from mutual aid. How can we scale this? can we take advantage of this wave and scale it, right? So I thought of what that would look like, and I really went back to how folks have historically pulled money together, and have always pulled money together to give it to those in need. Which was happening again in 2020. And so going back to that history, I was like, can we bring these old financial models to what's happening in 2020, and then using technology to scale it? So these three pieces came together. WellMoney came to my mind. And basically, it's a money sharing community where people help each other cover the cost of unexpected financial events through direct cash transfers. So for example, if you're a member of our community and you need to get to work and you have a flat tire and you need to get your tire repaired to not lose your job, you can call in the community, you can submit a request to the platform, and we'll get you money within as quick as possible.
Okay, I want to say, I do have to say, how dare you give money directly to people to use it instead of ecosystem building? I'm really upset.
I know.
You just give them money to do what they need to do, and it's their choice how to do it. I was amazed when I first met you that you had designed this, and it's going well as I understand.
Yeah, it's actually going well.
Well,
but again, yeah, the United States government also gave people money, and that really shifted the way people thought too. So I give credit to like other people who were figuring this out at the start of COVID, and yeah, giving people money is always the best option. Always. Research has shown it. There's so many UBI pilots and general income pilots happening with different governments in the country. And they're saying the same thing, right? Giving people money is always the best option. And not only giving people money, but not controlling how they spend that money. And
Right.
having trust in how they trust that they are an autonomous human being that can take care of themselves. Huge. It's a huge, right? Because when we think of charity before, it's just like, oh, woe is these people. Like, we need to, they can't get money, so we have to, like, again, the food bank, give them food, or like, manage, how they spend their money, instead of just be like, no, these are grown people who can take care of themselves. So
right. And when we know that there's going to be a case or two out of 100 of abuse of that, but a lot of people would say, well, we got to find a way to stop this abuse. And so they put so many hurdles and checks and balances and strings in the way that it really makes the programs not that effective. And that's why I like, direct giving, and you allow people to give them an opportunity to do the right thing for themselves. And they almost always will.
Always. Yeah. Almost always. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. And thanks for bringing up this idea of abuse. Yeah, people always like, how are people going to take advantage? People will always find ways to take advantage of money.
Sure.
That's just to give it, and like, it doesn't matter. One of the things I think is awesome about WellMoney is that, again, there's so many UBI pilots happening now that are giving everybody money, even if they don't need it, which is awesome, because I believe in giving people money. One of the cool things about WellMoney is that we are working on ways to prevent abuse by listening to our community. And we're essentially a platform that's prone to less abuse because we are not a UBI program, because we're not just giving people the money who don't need it. And I think that that's really awesome with the model that we created, and thinking of having everybody financially participate in the community. So
outstanding. I just got to say, what you've done very well since April of 2020. What do you see as the next iteration, or the next goal that you have, or next thing you want to accomplish with WellMoney?
That's a great question. And thank you for saying we've done well. Yeah, fighting back the skepticism has also been a goal, an awesome goal in itself, because I was told by quite a few people in the beginning, you can't scale human communication and human care. And I was like, but you can. We've seen it. We've literally, the corona showed us that. Like, so really, like, building the community stronger, making sure we partner with the right individuals and organizations so that we can reduce the cost of living in other ways beyond finances. Because even though giving people money directly into their hands is important, there are other things that, literally money can't buy, that people still need support with, and that other individuals are willing to support with. So we want to make sure we build a robust community of folks helping one another.
Okay. Do you have, I mean, you're an amazing person doing building tools for social good. I really like that's your kind of overall goal. Is there anything else you're working on that people should be aware of, or that you find interesting?
Actually, WellMoney is my main project right now.
Okay.
Again, it's like in a lineage of the work that I've been doing over the past decade it's really built up to this. And I feel that this is going to make such a significant change, again, in philanthropy, community. We're going to, make people feel better about, needing support and wanting to help others. But yeah, just figuring out like how to always be a better Kortney is the only thing I'm working on.
Okay.
In my life,
okay.
every single day.
All right. And then final question for you, unless you have anything else you want to talk about. I was reading, you have so many credentials on your bio, and one of them said you have a tiny dog. What? I have 2 tiny dogs, so I was like, huh.
What kind of tiny dogs do you have?
I have a miniature Labradoodle and a miniature Bernedoodle.
Oh, I can see their faces already. I love dogs so much. I do have a tiny dog. Her name is Doe, and we've been together for 10 years now. So she's like almost an old lady.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's my best friend. Like, I wasn't even a dog. I mean, I had a dog growing up, but it was like an outdoors dog. And it was like, it's a different relationship when I became an adult. And I was like, I want to get a dog companion, and fell in love. And yeah, I can't imagine my life without my dog, actually.
Yeah, my dogs helped me through COVID. I would actually talk to them. It's a little embarrassing.
No, it's not embarrassing, Brady.
I feel like there's, this big tough Montana guy talking to his little dogs because he's upset. Yeah, that happened a lot during, especially
Yeah,
especially
exactly.
during those panic months where we didn't know if we were all going to die. So, you know,
Exactly. It's so funny. I forgot we were all like, "Are we gonna die?
yeah.
We don't know what's gonna happen." For
And
sure.
again, the good thing that came out of all that is these programs that showed, if you give people, give them money. PPP had some strings attached to it. It was basically you could spend it
Mhm.
on anything related to your business and all that, and a few of the other grant programs. They really showed that it is possible to do things differently. And your well money is a very good example of that how you saw that and then took it to its not visible at the time, but now visible, the logical conclusion of how that could work for just regular people.
Exactly.
So, okay, well, Dr. Kortney, is there anything else that you would like to talk about or say to the audience?
Um, Excuse me, not 100% necessary, but this has been a great conversation, and I'm really it's a really important moment to be a little egotistical in my professional journey as an entrepreneur that well money is being well received in the ways that it is. I'm really, really grateful. And I really want to continue to grow this company so that it really makes a significant impact in so many people's lives. Again, there's so much money in the world, it's endless amounts of
Oh,
money. As long as we figure out how to direct it into the right things, we're good as humans. So
okay,
that's what I would
well,
like to
I'm
say.
joining personally because I believe in
Yes.
this so much. We run into a lot of programs because we're, FSIC is a financial services, um, fintech. We really pay attention to those industries. And this is one of the most amazing things I've seen in a while. So Dr. Ziegler, thank you so much for all your efforts. And I will probably have you again soon on the podcast to talk about cryptocurrency, blockchain, or something else in the fintech world.
That would be awesome. Thank you so much for having me. Can I take a selfie really quick?
Oh, yes, of course.
I've been documenting every part of this journey of building this new company. So, yay. Thank you.
Okay, so that's it, everybody. Thank you for listening to this episode of the podcast with Dr. Kortney Ziegler, and we will see you next time. Thank you.